Erin Stevenson is a soulful vocalist who has performed background vocals for Janet Jackson, Pharrell, and many more. In 2017, she launched her first solo project, Naked, and is slated to release a successor in 2023. We will interview her now on 6ZEROS. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm your host Jay, and you're watching 6ZEROS. And today I am joined by the background singer of the Stars turned solo artist, Erin Stevenson. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm cool. Better now because I'm getting to talk to you.
Oh, that's so
I'm
nice.
excited.
I'm excited too. We're gonna start with your background. Okay, so you're from Houston, correct?
Born and raised. I'm a Texas girl with my boots. Yep.
Nice. So when did you come out here?
I've been out here. Oh man, I came in 2012.
Okay.
And it's 2023. So shoot, we're going on 11 years now, and I don't know where the time went.
I could still hear your Texas accent.
Really? The more comfortable I get, the heavier it gets. Just know.
Okay, so who has the best barbecue, Dallas or Houston?
Houston.
Of course.
Ain't nobody playing with Dallas.
I've been to Dallas. I'm like, this barbecue overrated. I'm like, y'all need to have 100 seats. I've had better barbecue in California.
I can't say that. I'm not gonna throw Dallas under the bus like that. But Houston for sure, all day, every day. I'd bet anything on that. Better barbecue for sure.
To take it to singing, okay, so you're born and raised in Houston. Now you were a part of a group called Girls Tyme, correct?
Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about Girls Tyme?
Yes.
Okay.
I should know better. You went and did your research. I see. Okay. Yes, which is also known as Destiny's Child.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I loved every minute of it. Of course, I was super young then, but I always like to tell people there's no surprise that Beyonce is where she is. There's no surprise why Kelly is the way and where she is. Latavia and Toya, of course, Michelle wasn't around during those times. We all know that. But everyone that was a part of that camp is doing amazing things right now. Even there's another girl, her name's Ashley Tamar. She sung with Prince.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like everyone who was a part of that, some of the other girls, Judith and Jamaica, they ended up on Broadway. So everyone who was a part of that situation walked away with a strong work ethic, even at that age, and a sense of what it was going to take to make it. Everybody, all of us did.
So you named off like 10 names just now.
Yep.
How many people were in Girls Tyme?
10.
Oh, okay.
So the way it worked then, they don't normally classify it like this, but it was like a built-in performance. You know, like pick a singer. Jennifer Lopez has to hire dancers. Yes. Like, no, the dancers were a part of the group, and we were the singers. So that's why it's a lot of names. However, like Latavia and Toya came later. Toya came after I and some of the other girls left. Okay. So that's when they became Destiny's Child and did all that stuff. But no, I left with the contract in my hand. I was okay with it.
A couple years went by and you were working at NASA, right?
Correct.
So,
you know, on the way here, I had a whole come to Jesus moment and a gratitude moment. I'm sure you're going to ask something that's going to trigger the answer to what I could tell. But when I saw the aerospace and around here, I was like, oh wait,
bringing it all back around, right? You're like, oh no, I'm in a defense contractor area. We got Boeing, we got Raytheon, we got
SAIC. I used to specifically work for SAIC.
Oh, okay.
For the safety of the NASA space situation.
You had a very interesting way of quitting, right? So
yep.
So I'm guessing there was a point in your life where you were sitting in the cubicle and you're like, this is not where I want my life to go.
Correct.
And so you decided to come into work and hand your CD to your boss and say, if it's awesome, I'm quitting. If it sucks, I'll be back with a smile on my face. Yep.
That's a very real story. And my boss, his name is Bill. I'm sure Bill will be watching this once you post this somewhere because Bill still supports me till this day.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, man, it's so cool. Him and his wife, he's a homie.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, that's a very real story. I was making great money, consistent money. I knew what my paycheck was going to be.
Yes.
And, I had a degree. I went to PV, Prairie View A&M University, had a degree. And after years of singing and then saying, let's just, every artist goes through this phase where it's too hard. I'm tired. I need to know how to pay my bills next month. Yeah, exactly. I walked in and got a job like that. I I got tons of those stories too. And then, however, I worked there for about 3 years, and I still was singing on the low, but I still was waking up, and I loved my team. I had a great team that I was working with, but I was still waking up every day feeling like I was missing something.
Yes.
Like there was a part of me that was not being fulfilled, or I wasn't fulfilling something. Something just wasn't right. And I don't say that in no sad, oh, I was depressed. No, it's just that life is meant to be lived, and we're all here to give or to do something. And I knew whatever that was, I wasn't doing it. And man, that's when I walked in and told my boss in the middle of a recession. He thought I was crazy. He's like, Erin, you are nuts. Because people were crying, like begging to keep their jobs.
Absolutely.
This is when the government was cutting funding. Yep. And I literally was like, who am I to, knowing that there is some place else I'm supposed to be depriving somebody of money to feed their family. And I told my boss, let me go. He did. He signed me up so I get my unemployment. And the next day, I got a phone call to go back on the road with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, that was my next point. It's like sometimes, and we wrote this in our review of Smooth Soul.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes if you don't step out and take a risk, you'll never see the reward on the other side.
No, that's extremely true. And I have literally become a master in that. I make that sound easy, but it's not. It's never easy. Never. But once you've learned to trust your gut and to trust that instinct and to trust whatever that thing is that's inside of you, for me, I call it faith, was to trust my Holy Spirit and to act on my faith. I land every single time. But it's still scary, but I do it.
And I look at it like zip lining.
Yeah.
Like you on some zip lines, you have to step off the platform. Once you step off, like you're scared to step off the platform, but once you do, it's you
just wee.
Yeah. Now there's a chance you might fall off, but there's a chance
gonna make it to the other side.
Exactly. And more often than not, we make it
to the other side.
But there's some people that never get off that platform.
No,
then they get older. They're 60. They get a Corvette.
Yep, and then try to do it vicariously. Yeah. Let the wind hit their hair. Then
yes.
Yep.
They're like, I gotta try to get some excitement out of my life because I gave all my prime years to NASA. And so you took that step, and then so you end up performing for background singing for Janet Jackson. Now singing background for someone like that is no joke. And I always see the background singers in the background getting it, and I always
killing it.
That has to be difficult because you have all these instruments around you. You have all the reverb that's from the stage, and then you have to stay in sync, in harmony with all these different singers and the lead singer. How is it performing for someone of that caliber?
Man, always a student because it's just always so much to learn. But even from as you were saying with the background stuff, that's why I be telling people, much respect to background singers because people think that just because you can sing, I could be a background singer, and that is so far from the truth. It is a whole nother skill set that you have to develop, and also I'll still say either you got it or you don't. Because you just might not, it's more than just I can sing, so let me sing. And no, but Janet, honey, I'll tell you this, because you mentioned working for someone of her caliber. After I sang for her, I had no problems getting any other job.
Exactly.
Because people were like, if she can sing for Janet, perform, it's a lot that she's Janet, period, done. I don't even have to go into details. But if you can work for someone and sustain for somebody like that, tour the world, perform every night, sing, dance, do choreography, jump up and down some platforms, climb back up, and all that good stuff, and stay on key and not be breathing heavy. It's a lot to it. And blend, it's a lot. They were like, you sung for who, girl? Come on. I'm like, okay.
Even if you look at like her choreography, if you watch any of her music videos, there is no error.
Nope.
It's just it's really music at its highest level.
Yep. Presentation was everything, and we're gonna work to make sure that it is.
Yep.
And that's another thing that came with it. They knew the work ethic that came for working for someone like her. So again, they knew I wasn't gonna be. They knew I knew what it took to put on a good show.
Yes.
And make it the highest caliber possible.
That's awesome. So who else have you sang background for?
Man, I have been a very blessed girl. Nothing I set out to do, but a blessed girl. From Justin Timberlake, I've toured the world. I did 2 tours with him. Jennifer Lopez, Pharrell Williams.
Wow.
I did Pharrell for a good while. Who else? I done sung for John Legend. I've sung for Nicki Minaj before. I've sung for Rihanna. I've sung for Duran Duran. Love me some Duran Duran. Love Duran Duran. Oh, adore. It's a pretty good list. I've sung for Alicia Keys before.
Okay.
Camila Cabello. I've done a show or two with her. Even some of the older ones. I be forgetting, like Regina Bell. I've done Regina Bell.
Wow.
I accidentally ended up singing for Stevie, but I take it. He on the resume. I got video proof. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shaka Khan did a TV show with her. I mean, it's a nice list, man.
Yeah,
God's been kind.
That's one of them lists. Even your mama, like.
Yeah, baby, where you gonna be?
Yeah.
Who you with, baby? I don't want to see that one, but who you gonna be with?
Yeah, Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Can
I come?
That's an impressive resume to be able to sing for those many legends. Like, especially like once again, like Stevie Wonder. You can't play around with Stevie Wonder.
No. And again, singing for him was an accident. I was doing a movie premiere, and he just so happened to be there. But they told us he may or may not come, and he did. And he got on that stage, and honey, and trust me, he's good at turning around and directing that band, like give it to me or not.
Yes.
Yeah. And we held it down. It was a moment for me.
Absolutely.
Like, I was like, I'm good now, God. What else is next?
I was having this discussion with someone. I was like, who's the one person that I think can go toe to toe with Michael Jackson? I think Stevie Wonder.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
He just has an amazing body of work, and his level of his ability to sing and produce music. Like, he just has a really solid catalog of just hot album after hot album after hot album. So to me, that's the only person.
Really interesting, because most people always compare Prince, and you already know.
And I love Prince. I'm a huge fan of Prince, but he experiments a lot. So some of those albums are kind of like
he went too far.
Yeah, this is a little too rock for me.
He tried it. Okay, come back.
And so like he is like a musician
for sure.
And it's not always like, I feel like Prince sometimes makes music to just test himself as opposed to it being entertaining.
He pushed boundaries.
Yes.
And you have to give it to him though. He kind of had to, because he's Prince. Like, he got it. What else can I do
to bring it back?
Stevie and Michael.
Yeah. So Steve,
can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
Now, hands down, anyone who knows that I am Michael all day. Okay. Michael Jackson is the love of my life, baby. Listen, I would go to bat, to war, anything else up for debate. I would cry. I would fight anything else for Michael Jackson.
You looking at the camera, but what are you about to say? Is there a butt coming?
No.
Oh, okay.
Never a butt when it comes to Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say butt Stevie.
No, Stevie is the GOAT, hands down.
Yes.
But my heart belongs to Michael.
I know, Shimon, come on.
Shimon.
Yeah, that's the man. So you've performed with all these high caliber talents, and so like I said in the beginning, I was at Spaghettini and I saw you perform, and as you were performing, you did a bunch of covers, and one of the covers you did was "Make It Last Forever."
Yeah.
And that, I think you released that in 2019, wasn't it?
Yep.
Your cover of that song was awesome, and
Thank
one
you.
reason why I liked it was you didn't just do what a lot of people do and they just remake the song over. It's like, I could listen to Keith Sweat sing it.
Right. If I want to hear it, let me turn Keith.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna listen to your version. But you took it and then you made it yours. You added new lyrics to it and added some additional detail to it that applied to your life. And I thought that was awesome.
Thank you.
So you did Make It Last Forever. You did some other covers, but then you said, I'm gonna do some original music.
Yes.
And I had to give you props after the concert, because I'm like, your original song was better than all the other covers.
I distinctly remember you said, you was like, hey, on your way out, you was like, your songs are better than anything that you did.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
received.
One of those was Smooth Soul, right?
Yeah. That's my first time performing it too.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys did a great job. It was so soulful and beautiful and smooth. I love that music. I feel like we kind of lost that a little bit.
I agree.
It's so classy. It is an amazing song. And that's why we wrote a review on it on 6ZEROS. And so what was the creative process behind Smooth Soul?
Exactly what you just said. I feel like it's missing. True enough, it's who I am. That style of music. Okay, I'll try to make it really short because I want to make sure I answer that because it matters to me. Okay. You heard the list of people that I could sing for. Yes. I mean, I went from Janet to Duran Duran, Shaka to name somebody. All different textures, all different tones. I can really do those things with my voice. So on my first album, like even to Make It Last Forever, I literally was just being the Prince. I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yes. That's Naked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that album was all over the place. Not complaining about it because I wrote every song. I co-wrote, produced, or co-produced. So it's still me. However, I needed to refine. Once I said, Erin, we're going to go full throttle with this artist thing, I needed to refine myself. Who did I want to present on a day-to-day basis as an artist and stand up on stage? And everyone kept saying, well, your music's great, talking about the Naked album that's all over the place. But who are you? We don't know what to do with you. Where do we place you? How do we market you? Because it's still the music business.
Yep.
Can't forget that. And I, as someone who's a marketing person, I forgot that.
Yep.
I'll be 1,000 about it. So I finally got tired of people asking me because I started putting out like the Make It Last Forevers and a couple of other songs. And I said, this is where I want to live. And which is the smoother side of me. So I said, let me brand myself this go round with Smooth Soul because that's what I consider myself to be. Okay. Smooth. But I don't ever want to lose my soul. I would go nuts if I had a live performance and I just had to. I would go nuts. You've seen me. I like to move. I want everybody to have a good time. So I read it, but I still believe that there's. This answer's twofold now. I still believe that people listen more when you talk to them and not yell at them. Absolutely. And since I'm a songwriter, I care about words and melodies and inflections. I want you to hear everything because I mean what I'm saying. So that's where the smooth part comes from. If I hit a big note, it's because I meant to hit that big note. But that's where the smooth comes in. The soul is because I'm just a soulful girl. I'm country. I'm from Texas. I'm / Louisiana. I'm never going to lose it. Yes. So that's hence smooth soul. On the flip side of it, from a life standpoint, that's how I like my men. I love. And men can never get me right. I'm sorry, because they think I like this. Again, my resume, they see my life, blah, blah, blah. They think I want somebody who's stupid rich and who's going to buy me all these elaborate gifts and I want to just party all the time and blah, blah, blah and be in elaborate places. I don't care about none of that. I love men who are quiet, who say less, do more, who speak without even saying a word, who walk into a room and it stops like, ooh. I love quiet power. I love guys who are cool as hell, smooth, sharp. Like, I love it. I don't necessarily, and I don't care about money. I've seen the wealthiest people who are sad and lonely and depressed, and that's all they have to give is money. Like, I don't care about that. I care about your soul. Hence, smooth soul. As long as that soul is right and you smooth with that thing, I'm a sucker.
You touched on 2 points. You said like how you like to enunciate the words. Like you said, when you said I'm deeper, I'm falling, and then in the
my
review,
resistance is getting weaker and weaker.
And then you said, but ready to risk it all. But when you said ready to risk it all,
I meant
all that. Yeah, exactly. You meant it. You said it. I was like, when I was listening, I was listening to the song very intently. I'm like, yo, she's really like telling a story in her voice.
Yes.
So you did a really good job. And
Thank
your
you.
explanation, like on the song, you're talking about the man. He has a smooth soul. And that's what's making you fall deeper and deeper.
Yep.
Everything about the song was I really loved it. Like the background music,
Yeah.
it takes you to a classy club and it's like.
And that's where I want people to go for the rest of my career. That's where I want people to go with me. Again, back to that question, like just refining myself. Where do I want to live as an artist? First of all, I'm not trying to be out here. No shade to nobody. I just, again, know who I am and where I am at this phase of my life. I ain't trying to be competing with these younger girls. Yep. I ain't trying to be out there twerking. Even if I was, I just never really been that girl anyways. I ain't trying to be out there twerking for the people. I ain't trying to compete. I ain't trying to, none of the above. I feel like just in life general, a lot of the class is gone. Live music, it's all live instruments on that record, which again to me back in the day was a thing that I felt like made music so personable.
Yes.
Because it's real people playing it. And again, same thing with me, the note that they playing, and when they felt like doing a good run on that bass, like you feel it, like, ooh, okay, bass player,
get it.
you know. And I don't want to say bring that back. I just want to keep it alive because it's a lot of good music out there. If you're looking for it, I just want to do my part to keep it alive.
And to one of those points, I talked to the your musicians after, and they said that
what they say.
They said they love that you allow them to be creative.
Really?
Yes. I especially the bass player. I play the bass guitar, so I really wanted to talk to him.
You look like a bass player.
Yeah. And so
okay.
I told him, I was like, man, I love your playing. And he said, yeah, I love playing with Erin because she really gives me a lot of space to do what I want to do. You know?
True.
And he's like, I play with a lot of other artists, and they don't really give me that leeway. I'm gonna say the streets have some questions, but it's really me.
Okay, but they probably I'm an open book. Ask what you want to ask.
So on Smooth Soul, I think it's the beginning of the second verse. There's some lyrics that kind of mumbled a little bit. So on the I think it's the first part of the second verse, and then on the hook, it seems like you say truth, no lies, I think. Can you tell us the hook and then the beginning of the second verse?
The beginning of the second verse says, I'm possessed.
Yes.
I hang on every word you say.
Yes.
The nearness of you takes my breath away.
Yes.
The nearness of you takes my breath away. I'm drowning. That's where your drowning comes. Now, the part that you're also talking about is the part that says, real talk, you're the quiet kind.
Yes.
Only truths, no lies. No reason or no rhyme. And I'm beguiled.
Oh, I'm beguiled.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm beguiled. You're so smooth. Yeah.
Oh, beguiled. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, what is the word she
What in the
said?
world?
Yeah.
Quiet, kind, truth, no lies, no reason or no rhyme. Meaning, I think sometimes, first, I love spontaneity, true enough. But I think, people find all these different reasons. Sometimes you don't need a reason. It just is what it is. Yep. And it may not make sense. And most of the times, curiosity kills the cat. So no reason or no rhyme. And I'm beguiled. I am in this thing,
Those are beautiful lyrics.
Thank you.
And another thing I liked about the lyrics in the song is that the lyrics are written simple, in a simple manner to really allow you really were able to make the lyrics shine.
Thank you.
With your voice. Like there's so many different elements into it. It's like, it's just really creative. It's really soulful, and also it was smooth. It all
see?
When I listened to it in some headphones.
Oh, you let me talk to you?
Yeah, and I was listening.
Jay.
I'm like, wow, she's serenading on this track. I'm like,
that's what I wanted it to do. I used to get told, and if for a lot of artists that I'm sure watch and pay attention and read your publications, I've been told that I used to get overproduced, and they would be like, "Quit hiding behind the music, girl. Let you have a voice, so let the people hear it."
Yep.
And again, that was part of the self conversations I would have with myself when I was in that refining stage, and of course I could have. Of course, I could have sang all over that track because the music makes you want to, right? But I feel like at the end of the day, it's about the song. At the end of the day, I am nothing more, and most artists should be, and a lot of artists are, a vessel. We're only there to deliver the message or whatever the song wants to give. And I wanted to give what the song wanted to give, not what I wanted to give, and to get myself out the way. Now live, you're gonna get me.
That's just the experience.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can do all the runs and all the belting and all the church singing.
I can.
Why? The song that's not what the song was
about.
And
I feel like it would have been ruined.
It would have.
Like, girl, you're doing the most right now. Trying to show everybody what you can do. There's nothing to prove. To let the music do what the music wants to do.
There is a song for that. And is it going to be on a new album that you got coming out?
Well,
Let's hear it.
I do have some on there.
Okay.
I mean, it's all still smooth, no doubt. It's all still smooth, but there are some songs where I let it go a little bit.
Okay.
Even on record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
For sure.
Beautiful.
I told you I can't stay there too long. We got to give a little bit of something.
Yeah,
y'all.
absolutely. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know you got it. But you're like, I'm doing this right now, but I got it.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to know I got it.
Yes.
So, what's the future look like for you?
Well, my future plans, Lord knows I'm ready to go on a tour. I want to take my band. I want the world to get to experience my band because they're incredible.
Yes.
Even without me, they're like just great humans and damn good on their instruments.
Yes.
And I want the world to get to hear and experience them too. My album, it's done.
Okay.
I'm just fine tuning it to make sure I put the best product out. I just want people to continue to hear my growth. I'm an independent artist. That doesn't mean I should not grow. And I want people to continue to hear that growth so that they know what they're supporting. People like going on the journey with you, especially when they've been rocking with you for so long. They want to see, like, don't be just stuck back here sounding like the garage.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I want to make sure that they get something for supporting me for so long too. So the album, I'm anticipating June, but for sure no later than July.
Okay.
But I do want to get out there and take this experience to the world.
So we got some summer bangers on there.
I think so, but no matter what, they're all grown and sexy. Either way, you're gonna be about to be stepping or something for sure.
Okay, I like that. That sounds good.
No doubt. We're gonna keep it grown and sexy all day, but you gonna move to some of them for sure.
All right. So how can people reach you?
Anywhere online is ArinStevensonMusic.com. I'm Erin Stevenson Music on all of the social media. Everywhere. That's the best thing I could tell you. But if you get lost, just go to ArinStevensonMusic.com and all the links are there. Show dates, everything's there.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure interviewing
You're
you,
cool,
Erin.
Jay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you for watching 6ZEROS. I am Jay signing off. See you later.
Girl, I am so tired of Twitter and TikTok. We need something just for us.
Yeah, and I would post on 6ZEROS, but they don't have a mobile app.
That's a lie. 6ZEROS actually does have a mobile app. It's available on iOS and Android. That's your phone?
Yeah.
That is humongous.
Anyway.
6ZEROS is where the Black community taps into unfiltered and authentic conversations on the topics we know and love. I gotta get out of here. But remember, don't just sign up.
We know. Host.